known each other 30, 35 years, so we've been around. And it means a lot to me to have a friend like Cuz. He's never changed. He's just a dear friend of mine. I enjoy spending some quality time with him. Cuz and myself grew up together as kids, went to junior high school together, and played a few sports together. And after we'd graduated and all, we kind of got away from each other for 2 or 3 years, and then we got back to hunting together. And ever since then, we've just been dear friends, and I can always depend on Ronnie. He's just like a brother to me.
I saw Bubba yelping on a mouth call one time, and I went up to him to get, I didn't even know what that was at the time, so he showed me how to use the mouth call, and we got to be friends. He was a big-time hunter, and we just kind of hit it off. He's crazy and a lot of fun to hunt with, and more important than that, he gets it. You know, some people that go hunting, they get wrapped up in the wrong things. You know, how big was the deer, or what was the score, or how long were his G2s, and Bubba ain't like that.
When Ronnie called us, asked us to come up here to Portland and hunt, you know, I just jumped at the opportunity to come just spend some time with Ronnie. I know Ronnie well. You know, he tells you, I've got you an outstanding spot. You know, no one's been there in 6 to 8 weeks, but to myself, I knew he was sticking me in a gar hole.
Bubba's come up and coined a lot of phrases, but the term gar hole came about when Bubba invited me on a hunt one time, and it was like the first time he joined a hunting club, and he said, man, you got to come out here. We've been used to hunting public land, and he said, I got just the spot, just the spot. It's where the end of a slough comes around. It's a natural funnel right there, a real bottleneck. So, man, he had this thing all flagged in for me. I went in there and climbed up in a tree with a climbing stand and started getting light, and I kept hearing this splashing. And I was like, man, the deer are all around me. I just can't see them yet. Well, when the light finally got enough, I realized it was one little water hole that had dried up. All the deer were moving 700 or 800 yards away, and there was a bunch of gar left in this hole swimming around. I said, yeah, buddy, you put me in the gar hole. So he just kind of, every time you think somebody's in a bad place, you say, oh, he went to the gar hole. All right, Bubba, you see the red lines? That's the closest posted sign, so you're fine, you're safe. But what we're gonna do, we're right here. Here's the lodge right here. Just go down the main road. Now all the roads are marked, says Plantation Road. And when you pull up in there, you go by a pine thicket. It's that little field right there. This is all pine thickets around in here. And the wind's out of the north.
There's a little field right through here.
Right, and that field's tucked up in there, and there's a lot of cover all the way around. He said, wait till there's a north wind. It's gonna be a north wind this afternoon, and it's a good spot. They had a little action up there in bow season. We just got back down there, so.
Okay. All right.
That's the main road right there.
Main road, take a left.
Take a left out of here, go down there, and there'll be a sign that says Plantation Road.
Okay.
And it's the first food plot right there on the left-hand side.
Okay.
You be in there with Chris.
All right.
And stay there.
Stay there.
Yeah, I know how you all about roving, and that's where you won't see a posted sign for miles, but try to do a good job. But that's it right there. I hadn't been up in there, so Chris is gonna meet you in here in about 10 minutes. So.
Okay.
Get your bullet out of your
ready.
Get your bullet out of your pocket.
Bullet out of my pocket. I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna keep this because I don't want you to get too familiar with it.
You just never know how to take Ronnie sometimes, because he is a practical joker, and he's one of the type of people that you can't hardly get even with him.
He gets it. You know, it's about the emotions. It's about the experience. It's about the friends, and he's one of those guys. If you were gonna put the ultimate fun hunt together, and he'd be the first guy you'd write down on your list.
You never doubt Ronnie. We left that afternoon. To myself, I knew he was sticking me in a gar hole. I mean, anytime you get an opportunity to come and visit with all the guys with Mossy Oak, I mean, it's an outstanding group. It's just an honor. It really is an honor just to spend quality time with some guys that are extremely hard workers but love to hunt. The stand that we went to was located between some planting pines and some hardwood timber. I still, deep down in my mind, I thought Cuz had stuck us in just a really bad gar hole. Well, here we are again, back in the gar hole again. Ronnie says it's gonna produce sooner or later. Well, that's the reason they call this the tower stand. Well, that's an old stand. I imagine there's been a many a lies and a many a deer taken out of that stand right there. A lot of sign in here. Well, we're in the stand, getting settled in. This is another one of Cuz's Gar Holes. We're gonna sit here, wait till dark, see what takes place. If nothing takes place, me and Cuz gonna have some serious words tonight.
A hunter goes through 4 stages, and no matter what you're hunting or what you're pursuing, the first stage is that you just want to get one, no matter what it is. And the second stage is you want to get a bunch of them, as many as you can, to prove to everybody you're a hunter. And the third stage is you want to get the biggest one that's out there. Show everybody you're the best. And the fourth stage is, I just kind of call it Bubba, because it becomes who you are, and you understand the big picture and the fun and introducing people to what you do and what you love. It just kind of becomes who you are. And I'd say Bubba got to stage 4 in record time, because he's all about the experience and having fun, and no better person to share camp with. And I wouldn't want him to know that, but that's kind of what Bubba is. He's stage 4.
I got a good feeling about this evening. A little bit cooler this afternoon. I'm fixing to put my jacket on, get ready. It's about 4 o'clock. Deer ought to start moving here shortly, so we're gonna go and be prepared. Get ready to set in for this evening. We got the wind right, so deer ought to be moving here shortly.
If you don't see any seeding, I'd hunt it in the morning, because just, you know, see all these pine thickets of deer just back and forth and back and forth. That ought to be a good spot. It's not a gar hole, it's a good spot. if you have somebody in camp that's not a lot of fun, or you got to take somebody, a relative or a whatever, a customer or something, and you say, well, that guy's not going to be much fun, well, you put him with Bubba, because Bubba's going to make him have a good time. He understands what the big picture is. He knows how to have fun. He knows how to be safe. You don't have to worry about him, but he's always full of himself. He's got a mile of practical jokes. He's a special guy.
We're going to catch your supper tonight. Sitting out here catching bass on this lake. And Ronnie can't gar hole us here. We need to find our fishing guy. Look, he can gar hole me all he wants. He can't mess with her. He's not a fisherman. He doesn't. I don't even think he knows how to put a cricket on. Is that your worm hanging off the post?
No, I did not do that.
Well, that's a two-hooker there.
I tell you what, being that you're the tallest, why don't you wait out here and let me stand on top of your shoulders? Find me another spot. He don't know. I will push him in and get that spot. And you want to tell about the pig?
Yeah, no.
I'm going to tell Cuz, man, I done missed a move down here.
Turbo!
If you can't go, I'm going to steal every one of the rod and reels.
God dang, give me some skin, boy. I've got nervous. The next morning, when we got to our stand, the wind was really perfect for us. We decided we were going to prove Ronnie wrong, stay in the gar hole that day. Around 6:45 that morning, I looked immediately to my left and looked up, and this buck's feeding through the bottom towards us. He's a good shooter, Bob. He's coming our way. What a good buck. Boy, look at the size of this deer. Good body, good set of horns. Old Cuz thought he put us on the gar hole again. We outsmarted him. We didn't tell him we saw some bucks in here yesterday evening. We took a chance this morning thinking there'd be another good buck in here. And about 7 o'clock, he came moving in. Well, Cuz is gonna be fired up about this. I can see the grin already. Boy, I was hoping you were gonna be here. I wanted to have my feet propped up when you got here.
Gar hole, no doubt. Yeah, he wanted to be a 10-point. How about that?
Appreciate it.
Oh,
Ronnie was really fired up. He was really happy for me. He was just as proud of the deer as I was. That's just Ronnie. He would rather see somebody else enjoy something more than he would.